Over the years, Peggy and I were on a lot of local shows all over the country and many national shows. And we were on the Today Show with Couric, and I'd like you to watch this video clip, and afterward, I'm going to tell you a secret she told me before we went on the air.
Very few of us can claim to be totally organized in our busy and often hectic lives. Others of us, well...
When Sherman marched through Georgia, he left it neater than this.
Granted, Oscar Madison represents an extreme case of the hopelessly messy and disorganized, but most of us have room for improvement. And improvement can be found in the pages of a new book called Get Your Act Together, a 7-day Get Organized program for the overworked, overbooked, and overwhelmed. The authors, Pam Young and Peggy Jones, also known as the Slob Sisters, are here this morning with some pointers. Good morning.
Hi, Katie.
Nice to see you both. Now, you guys call yourselves the Slob Sisters.
Right.
Was there a point in your life where you reached rock bottom and you said, enough, something's got to change?
Yeah. June 16th, 1977.
You remember it well.
Absolutely.
What happened?
Oh, on that day for me, I had just moved from Fresno, California to the state of Washington, and I had 157 Beacons moving boxes all marked miscellaneous, and also I had left a load of wash in the washing machine, and mold travels fast in a hot van. It was in everything that was upholstered. All our clothes were moldy, everything that was material.
Ooh.
And you know, opposites attract. So we both married immaculate men. And that can be a real problem, because my big problem happened when I was going to be late for work and I didn't have any clean underwear. So I was seeing my husband put his jockey shorts on, and I said, hand me a pair of those. And he could not believe I would even consider wearing men's jockey shorts to work, which would not bother me. However, when I got to work, I fell down the stairs at work, and I had to be taken to the hospital for an x-ray for our workman's compensation at the company. And the nurse said, strip down to your underwear and lay on that table. There's nothing worse than laying on an x-ray table in a bra and men's underwear.
Right, and you're doing a little fib here because they were really white briefs, weren't they? Not shorts.
They were briefs, and the unfortunate thing is they fit.
Oh.
My husband's 6'2".
Well, let's talk about how you make the transition from total slob to neatnik, which I'm assuming you all have done since you've written this book. How do you do that?
Well, you start by understanding the kind of person we are. Slob stands for spontaneous, lighthearted, optimistic, and beloved. And we also think it's genetic. And
so if you're a slob, it really is a gift. You have a gift, but when those gifts go unchecked, all you are is just kind of darting around, and you're on the phone a lot, and you're...
And I know you all say most people are slobs.
10 to 1.
10 to 1. Mm-hmm. Really?
And we think it's genetic. We think you're born this way. And God didn't need to make as many organized people as he did the disorganized, because the organized person does the work of 10 people.
Oh, I got you.
And we make the work for them to do.
All right. Well, let's get back to how you change your ways.
The only thing you lack is direction. And you need to... What we do is we start with a daily routine, and you memorize it. And we have it all on 3x5 cards. We say we change lives with 3x5s. If it's written down and it's in an order, that way you don't get to work and you've forgotten to put deodorant on. You memorize it and you act the part. Then you have an evening routine. Organized people, you could say, when is your bedtime? And they would know.
What about this 7-day plan? Now, does this really work, and what's the purpose of this?
What we decided is a disorganized person can't look at more than a week at a time. You can't look at a month or even 6 weeks. That's too much time. You need to focus just 1 week at a time, and you need 7 elements in the week. You need some play time, some family work time where you're not killing yourself working all by yourself. You need time to go out and get things, an errand kind of a day. You need a desk day where you sit down for maybe a couple hours to plan things and balance your checkbook and write thank you notes, that kind of thing.
You need a free day. And you need a heavy working, not a whole day, but time. You need time to work, and say you're going to work hard in a week, say 3 hours. Then you need to have the same amount of time to play. So you need 3 hours to play in a week and 3 hours to work, and you need a catch-up day.
Now, is this book primarily for stay-at-home moms, or is it for working parents? Who's this geared for?
If you work outside of your home, you need to be on a program, on a system, more than anybody else. But that's why we just worked with 1 week at a time and broke it down. When you lack direction, you need somebody to tell you what to do and when.
All right, we're about out of time, so let's go over those 10 points really quickly that you have that'll help people.
They're habits to live by. One of them would be eat sitting down. One would be, what's another one?
When you're on the telephone, do something productive with your hands.
And pick it up, don't pass it up, and then put it away. Another one, make your bed out of self-respect.
If you checked into a hotel and the bellman said, "I'm sorry, but the bed didn't get made, but the sheets are clean," you'd be on that phone to the front desk saying, "Why isn't this bed made?" So, make it at home And
it's hard to get your kids to make their beds if
you
yours
are
isn't
still
made.
in yours.
Yeah. And don't write long letters. A short letter that's sent is much more valuable than a long letter that doesn't have a stamp.
These are words to live by. You all, it sounded like you were talking about me in that book, I have to say.
If we could get you organized, you could be like the Betty Ford of the organizationally impaired.
You think so?
Yes, because people are going to look at you. I mean, you're the most popular.
I'll be a role model.
Yes.
You would be.
Okay, well,
you can do it.
I'll give it a try and I'll get back to you. But if I had those 3x5 cards, I'm sure I'd lose them or get pizza on them or something.
Pizza's all right, that you can wipe them off.
Okay, good.
Plastic coated.
Oh, great. Thanks. The book is Get Your Act Together, Pam Young and Peggy Jones, a.k.a. the Slop Sisters. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
She admitted to me that she is a sidetracked person and disorganized, and she rolled her eyes the way people do when they admit it, and she told me a story about borrowing her friend's coat, and it was a winter coat, and when she returned it to her in the summer, the friend called her and said there were chicken bones in the pocket. And she explained how that happened. She went for a walk with her dog, eating a chicken leg. And when she got all the meat off the leg, she didn't want to throw the bone because she knew the dog would chase it and get the bone, and she didn't want to do that. So she just stuck it in her pocket. And of course, she forgot about it, and never thought of it again, and probably thought at the time, "Oh, I've got to get so-and-so's coat back to her." Didn't even think to look in the pocket.